Let the battle at the tower commence.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the Tower of London. Yes, a very special match brought to you by SAP and Nevada Sports Management. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome our viewers joining us on YouTube and Facebook, and now it's time to meet our players. Firstly, would you please welcome the BDO World Youth Champion, the 13-year-old talented darter. Would you please welcome Leighton Boom Boom Bennett. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest player in history. He is the record-breaking, history-making, 16-time the champion of the world, Phil the Power Taylor. So, ladies and gentlemen, to get the action underway, it's our referee in charge, Mr. Russ Bray.
So, Phil Taylor takes to the hockey at the Tower of London, playing the 13-year-old sensation, Leighton Bennett. Well, darts has definitely grown. It's gone from a nightclub in Essex to one of the most iconic buildings in the world, Rodri Stud. How did that happen?
I don't know. It was certainly nothing to do with you, Wayne. And really looking forward to this, actually, because this is the kind of matchup that just transcends generations, doesn't it? As you mentioned, 13-year-old against 58-year-old Phil Taylor. 45 years between the players, and Taylor had titles galore before Leighton Bennett was even born. And here he is, learning his trade against the master himself. And these are the games he'll learn so much from, won't they? I mean, the World Championship, the BDO, magnificent victory, but how much will he learn from being on the hockey against Phil Taylor in the best of 19?
Well, it's a kind of an odd situation he finds himself in, because
thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
The
First leg Phil to throw
never
first.
Played in
Game
such
on.
a circumstance. It's like a contrived stage set in a setting that's definitely never had darts before. They've just got to cope with it and see how they find the experience. But we know that this kid, he's
100.
special. He really is.
Good start. He was born on the 31st of December 2005. Do you remember what you were doing on the 31st of December 2005?
It didn't take long for Phil to get into his stride. That's around World Championship time.
It is. The day after,
One
New
right
Year's Day,
out,
2006, you were playing Phil Taylor yourself in the semi-final at the Circus Tavern.
Well, you don't
It's
have
one
to
of your
tell me the
litany of
result.
failure in the semi-finals. That was one of the ones you should have won.
Yes, one of the very, very few.
Well, Taylor's maximum in this leg, backed up with a couple of other decent scoring visits, have left him on 121.
55. Phil, you require
Doesn't need to worry about going for the bull at the end of this. This was the finish that Leighton Bennett took out to win the BDO, wasn't it?
Indeed, and that celebration as well. What's Phil going to do? Going for 45? Fancy double eight, Phil?
Game shot in the first leg.
How many times have we seen him take out 1-2-1 over the decades?
Game on.
However many it is, there's another. What a start for Phil Taylor. 12 dart leg, 1-2-1, 180. Nervous start from Phil.
Yeah, brilliant start from Phil Taylor. And, well, we know, as you were mentioning earlier, his last competitive game was that World Championship final when Rob Cross played the game of his life, averaged 107, defeated Phil Taylor 7-2 and denied him that fairy tale finale at the Alexandra Palace. But he's kept himself busy, not in competitive play, but when he plays exhibitions, as he has done all over the country and all over the world, he's still competing, isn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't turn up an exhibition and clown around like other darts players. He plays to win.
He does. He
96.
absolutely hates an opponent hitting that double and shaking his hand and saying, unlucky, pal. And he's on the receiving end. He likes to win. And whilst he's now not a competitive dart player, he still hates that losing. And Leighton Bennett now is going to get a shot at 161. He's settled in. He really is. And Phil leaving a Taylor. It's taken him 2 legs.
59.
To leave a bogey number, but Leighton Bennett didn't need to take out the 161. But you fear here, from his point of view, that Taylor's going to be pretty close to the finishing post himself here after these 3.
95.
Which leaves 70, and now Bennett looking to take out 102 to level the match.
Double 16.
86. Phil, you require 70.
Well, there used to be a kind of rule of thumb, and that was miss a double against Phil Taylor, you'll end up getting beat. He took out double 8 on the first leg, took out double 8 that leg.
Phil Taylor.
The bad shot was the 59 from the 161 for Leighton. That put him under pressure. Phil taking out the 165 in just 5 darts.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself now, isn't he? 2 out of 2 on the doubles, 2 out of 2 on double 8. There was a 12 dart leg to kick off involving a maximum.
100.
But it will be, you know, really invaluable learning stuff, this, for Leighton Bennett. To use an analogy for another sport, when Stephen Hendry was a teenager, Ian Doyle took him on a tour to play Steve Davis 6 nights running in Scotland, and he got beat 6 times. But what he actually learned from playing Davis made him the player he was later. Yeah. And Leighton Bennett will learn plenty from this, win or lose, won't he?
Yeah, absolutely, bang on.
60.
And I'm just continuously watching Leighton to see his mannerisms, get used to watching him. We're definitely going to see a lot more of him. He's got such a talent.
140.
He's in and around it again. And he plays at a real rapid pace.
$85.
What he's done here is taken the darts off Phil Taylor and should be first to a double here. He needs a breaker throw, obviously, back after losing his throw in the last leg, when he missed double 16 at the back end of 102 attempt. 1-2-1 left.
Yeah, he certainly doesn't like switching, does he, Leighton? Can already see that. There's been 3 or 4 times he's sided to the left
34
of the hockey.
Require 121.
Phil putting the pressure on again. 51.
57.
Well, that's a minor slip.
122.
Phil Taylor has already taken out 1, 2, 1 and 70. Can he be perfect on the double in again? If he can hit a 54 and then bullseye, you know what he wants. Bullseye!
97. Leighton requires 64.
And that was for 3-0 for Phil Taylor. And Leighton Bennett with 1 dart in hand at double 16. And a fabulous finish, last dart in hand. And the teenager on the board.
Full flag, Leighton to throw first. Game on.
Well, in the second leg, Leighton missed a dart to take out 102 for a 15 darter. Well, that was a 15. It's been a high standard so far from these two. Just keep reminding yourself that Phil Taylor is playing this standard at the age of 58. But even more so, Leighton Bennett is playing to this standard at the age of 13. 13!
Phil Taylor's average, well, was 110. It's going...
180.
We're only in the 4th leg, and Bennett averaging 101 himself. That's the standard they're playing at here.
59.
Well, Leighton Bennett there making a mathematical error. Wanted 261. Hitting the 20's fine, but then you can't go for 19s really. If you miss, you can't leave a shot. And Phil, after just 9 darts, wants 41.
82.
Yeah, he opened up with a 12-dart salvo, didn't he, in the opening leg? A chance of an 11 here for the power. Double 16, the pick.
Game
And it
shot
goes,
on the
his
full
second dozen
flag.
darter of this
Phil
match.
Taylor. Fifth leg,
Second breaker
Phil
throw
to
for
throw
the 16
first.
times world champ.
Game on.
And Leighton Bennett there, in any normal circumstances, had a pretty reasonable leg to leave 120 after 12, but didn't even get a poke at the Shanghai. So he must feel in some ways that he's playing against one of those
One
competitors
round
that he will
40.
practice against, and it just keeps going out after 12 repeatedly.
Well, we had a brilliant shot over Phil's shoulder there.
86.
He's averaging 113. The year Phil retired, it was incredible that when you think about winning the match plate
100.
and beat Gerwin Price, beat Raymond van Barneveld, Michael van Gerwen, Adrian Lewis and Peter Wright. What a run.
59.
Some said that was impossible. He had never come through that lot. Well, he did, and he obliterated every single one of them. And he's still playing that kind of darts.
140.
Yeah, when you think his first world championship was 1990, which is 3 decades ago to all intents and purposes.
140.
Dominated the darting landscape for 2 of those decades.
45. They go 14 to leave 32.
89.
Phil Taylor's decision to go treble 15 rather than 11 per ball shows you all you need to know about his mindset in this match. He's not turning up
60.
trying to put on showpiece finishes, pull out shots. He's not interested in that. He wants to win this game. He won't want to lose to this precocious
Game
teenager.
shot on the 5th leg. Phil Taylor, 6th leg, Leighton to throw
so far in
first.
this match, hasn't he?
Game on.
Remember that final against Gary Anderson, the world final, when he had such problems on that area of the board, but
60.
he's rectified all that over subsequent years and authoritative on that segment. 4-1 to the power.
100.
He's hardly had a dart straight. Well, Leighton will be disappointed
100.
with that. Only a ton after hitting a perfect 60 for him. Leighton Bennett was playing county darts at the age of 11. That means he's playing on a big stage at the age of 11. He was winning games as well. He really is someone that you just don't see the like every day. It's incredible the amount of talent he has.
100.
Yeah, and just for comparison, the great Michael van Gerwen was 14 when he first reached the final of a youth event, was winning youth events at 16, hit a 9-darter on TV at 17.
Yeah.
So Leighton Bennett has got the jump on Michael van Gerwen.
Yes. Yeah, when
Just take that in. He's got the jump on Michael van Gerwen, who's capable of the greatest darts we've ever seen. So
140.
how he develops and how he progresses will be fascinating.
Yeah, when people say we have literally never seen the likes of Leighton Bennett, we haven't.
85.
Playing to a standard that 13-year-olds just don't do.
Double 12.
Game
Lovely
shot
finish.
on the 6th
Three-figure
leg.
out shot. Clean as you like from Leighton Bennett. That's what he is capable
7th
of.
leg, Phil to throw
He loves
first.
to let you
Game
know what he's achieved. He almost left the stage at the lakeside, didn't he, after hitting the bullseye to win that BDO final. And there was
100.
I didn't understand it, but there was some criticism floating about. I mean, for goodness sake, the boy had just won the World Darts Championship at the age of
180.
puts in a maximum.
Yeah, that's
Resurgent.
that celebration was amazing, wasn't it? It was one of sheer joy. And I'll tell you what, we don't see enough of it in
60.
life in general. So when you do, just think about what that person's feeling.
Yeah, it was great.
97.
Well, the third dart finds its target on the cover shot, and there's a reasonable chance of a break back here to get back to just a leg behind, and he would have the darts, of course, in the 8th leg. Remember, Taylor led 4-1,
100.
and now Leighton Bennett threatening to get back within a single leg and make it back-to-back legs.
100.
Phil averaging 105, Leighton Bennett 99. Like I said, just remind yourself that he's 13. Just keep doing it.
137. Leighton requires
To make it 4-3. 1-2-4.
Triple 18 leaves the ball.
Game shot in the 7th leg.
Thousands.
Leighton.
101 backed up
Eighth
by
leg,
a
Leighton to throw
bullseye
first.
checkout from
Game
Leighton
on.
Bennett, and now he's got Phil Taylor thinking a bit here, hasn't he? He's gone from 1-4 down to 3-4 in the twinkling of an eye off 2
96.
3-figure out shots.
The response from him. That's what we want to see. This could be played. 30 years after Leighton Bennett's won 15 World Championships. This was the first time we really saw him play. Okay, he beat Nathan Gervin in the BDO final, but this is completely different level. This is shocking.
Well, the speed he's to the hockey and back again. You'd like to watch him play Jelle Claesson. A best of 19 would last about a quarter of an hour, wouldn't it? So accurate to it. You know, he really is the future of darts in every sense, isn't it? It's great to watch. And Phil Taylor is having a job slowing him down here, trying to rein him in like some sort of wild bucking bronco that's just got loose.
140. Leighton requires 164.
Well, Taylor here, Wayne, is
140.
more than one here, double, isn't he? So Bennett waiting on a double 12 finish. This is a real pivotal moment.
Yeah.
One dart only at tops.
Big moment.
62.
Unusually,
requires
the power
24.
not up to that big moment. What a marker.
Game shot in the
Go on,
8th leg.
did you hear that?
Leighton Bennett.
He's making Gettering Price seem
9th leg,
muted.
Phil to throw
Look at
first.
this.
Game on.
Mid. 3 legs off the trot for Leighton Bennett, and you almost get the feeling he just wants to burst out into a real big grin. He's enjoying it so much, isn't he? And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you enjoy it?
99.
Yeah, he's averaging 101 now to Phil's 107. I just get the feeling that I don't literally mean he's becoming annoyed, but he's becoming annoyed that Phil's actually getting a turn to throw. He wants to throw all the time. I've had a go, but I want another go. Let me at him. This is magnificent. 4-4.
85.
What goes under the sporting sobriquet of Boom Boom, like famous tennis player Boris
60.
Becker and golfer Freddie Couples. Remember him, Wayne?
Yes.
Well, if he has as much success as the 3-time Wimbledon champion and the former US Masters champion, he won't have done so badly. Well, he
99.
couldn't follow up the perfect lie on the first dart, Phil Taylor. He'll be disappointed with the outcome of that turn. And he'll be even more disappointed if this is
140.
I think already you can tell that Leighton Bennett, yes, he's a first dart player, but he seems to have that ability to not be out of any leg, because at any moment you feel he can just wrap in a max or back-to-back 140s. He seems to have that ability.
81. Phil, we require 161.
Yes.
No.
No, but it does leave 64, and well, who's to say he won't take this out though, because we've seen 124 and 101. Not this time.
140.
Taylor knows he's about, doesn't he?
64.
He's lurking to take the lead if Taylor misses.
Going to get one dart at a double.
48. Leighton requires
4-1 down. Leighton Bennett was 4-1 down.
Game shot in the 9th leg. Leighton
Well,
Bennett.
I'm sure he hit that before Phil would actually
10th
walk
leg,
back.
Leighton to throw
Phil
first.
Taylor was still walking back after retrieving
Game
his
on.
darts.
Well, Leighton Bennett took out 64 in the 3rd leg. Phil Taylor couldn't follow suit in the 9th leg. Bennett broke.
40.
Leads for the first time in the match off the back of a run of 4 consecutive winning legs. And the people watching this all over the world that have heard things about Leighton Bennett, well,
85.
they're now seeing Leighton Bennett, and impossible not to be impressed, because as you're fully aware, Wayne, when you go 4-1 down to Phil Taylor, it's very easy to curl it like a caterpillar, as you did on so many occasions. But he's just completely ignored the scoreboard and who he's playing.
He isn't scarred. He couldn't care less who he's playing. He just loves picking up darts and throwing.
140.
There will be a break after this leg.
45.
And Leighton Bennett, obviously will be looking for 6-4. But if you would have said to him at 4-1 down, Rodri, you're going to go in, not behind, pal, not behind, he'd have had some of that.
31.
Yeah, 5-all. A great result from 4-1 down for sure. But the mindset has changed, hasn't it, off this winning streak?
140.
Moves in front in this leg, albeit by 29 with Phil at the hockey. But if the power slips here and can't find a treble,
58.
This leg very much now in Leighton Bennett's hands.
Oh, we've seen him at 140s galore. If he could hit another,
85.
he'd be annoyed at that. Not that he's showing it. Phil Taylor knows that a couple of trebles will leave him on a double, and then he'll be odds on to win the leg.
Leighton require 100.
But whatever happens now, that 87 isn't a gimme for Phil Taylor.
81. Phil, you require
Pressure.
87.
Well, he's going to get one dart, and it'll be at the bullseye. Oh, that's a brilliant finish, that is, from Phil Taylor. It really is. Bearing in mind his opponent was on double top, which, had he hit it, Phil Taylor would have been 6-4 behind. And a last dart in hand bullseye finish for Phil Taylor levels the match as they go for a quick break. 5 apiece.
Yeah, the players just having a break, just for a couple of minutes, as you see. Russ Bray just saying to Leighton, go on, you got a couple of minutes off, son. You've done well so far. Well, just to give you a recap of what was happening during that. The very first leg, Phil Taylor at 180 and a 1-2-1. He went 2-0 up. But you just get the feeling that Leighton Bennett was not overawed at all, Rod. We know he pulled it back and then went 4-1 down, but let me tell you, for a 13-year-old to stand up to the most successful player the world has ever seen, averaging well over a ton at that point.
Yeah.
It's just incredible to me.
Well, at the end of that session, Phil Taylor average was 101 and Leighton's 97. That's the standard we've been watching so far. And as you said, from 4-1 behind, well, there was some resilience then. There was some brilliant finishing, wasn't there? 101 outshot, the 124 outshot as well. And kudos to Phil Taylor, because he could easily have gone 6-4 down then, and the bullseye finish in the end off 87 could make a big difference to the match.
Yeah, very much so. But what's really impressive in my eyes with Leighton Bennett, and I did kind of touch on it, is the fact that he can kind of go 60-60, but then he looks so likely to me to put in a big 3-figure score. And if you can do that, he's a very, very good grouper of the dart. And if you can do that, you're never out of a leg. And he kind of showed that to go 5-4 up, where he wasn't really in it. He did a couple of 60s on the bounce, and then it was 140 followed by an 81 and a 140 to leave a double, and takes it out. He's very, very good under pressure, but I don't think he feels it at 13, does he?
No, I don't think so. He was playing in the JDC events last weekend, wasn't he? And he won both of those in Solihull, and he averaged 105 almost in one of those games. That's the level. And the short course games, don't get me wrong, but anyone that's capable of averaging 105 over any period of time is a serious darts player. It doesn't matter whether you're 13 or 33, does it?
When it matters. When people play, it's fine. When people play, it's fine. When people say game on, it's sometimes not fine for some. So to do it under pressure, which is the game on moment, Leighton Bennett and Phil Taylor are doing it.
Yeah, the question will be when does he turn professional? When does he try and mix it with the big boys on a on a regular basis, and it's going to be something for him and his family and his management team to try and work out how they plot his progress, because he's got so many years ahead of him. We're saying Phil Taylor here playing at the age of 58. I mean, so name the number of years that Leighton's got ahead of him, and it's just a question of mapping it out for the best way that they can map out his career and get him to develop. And of course, he's got to do all this with schoolwork and all sorts in the background as well. So it's not quite so simple, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not a case of just turning up and hitting 140s, 180s. Like you quite rightly said, with all his schoolwork and just being so young, he's got to deal with it. And how he's ever going to deal with all the pressure, we don't know. We just don't know. No one knows. Not even he knows how he's feeling right now.
Yeah.
But he's certainly holding it all in. But we've seen so many precocious talents over the years in all sports. So let's just hope that he can carry on for decades to come.
Yeah, there's a shades of Wayne Rooney, isn't there? You know, bursting onto the scene at 16 and an international at very young age, and Premier League goals and all that kind of thing as a teenager, and that's what he's going to have to be trying to be managing. It's going to be fascinating to watch him go through. Remember, it's the best of 19 legs in this match here at the Tower of London.
Leighton has got a very, very good team behind him. We've mentioned Nevada Sports and SAP. Kind of trying to direct him in the right direction, and they are a multinational £60 billion concern. We're not talking about Bob's Taxis here. He's going to get looked after.
He's ruined it. He's ruined it.
Russ Bray getting in on the act like he does. No, they're just having a few more throws and then they will commence battle. We are at the Tower of London, if you're just joining us. Yes, it's a darts match. You've got the power at the Tower and Boom Boom giving it some.
Well, Power was dominant by the other Tower, wasn't he, in Blackpool over his career. 16 match plays, you mentioned the 16th of them, Wayne, so memorably a couple of years ago. 16 match plays, 16 World Championships, 11 World Grand Prix, 6 Premier Leagues, 5 UKs. In fact, if you carry on listing all the titles, he's won the match probably finished by the time I got to the end of them, but it was an astonishing run of catalogue of honours.
That's it, we got it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The 11th leg, it's Phil to throw first.
12 world titles before Leighton was born.
So here we go then. Phil Taylor back on throw.
140.
10th leg.
Yeah, with that 87, a much needed 87.
100.
Has normal service been resumed? Remember, he was 4-1 up in the game. Back came Bennett, and kudos to him, because
59.
1 down to Phil Taylor would have been so easy to lose your head, particularly in a match at the Tower of London.
Very good.
140.
The speed he's throwing at. Phil Taylor is being, well, not forced to play at a pace he's uncomfortable with, because he's managing to rein it in, but being almost tempted into playing at a pace that he doesn't want to play at by the speed of what Bennett's doing, both his throw and getting back to his hockey.
Yeah, a lot of people have tried that over the years. Some have succeeded. We've seen him throw too quick at times. But in general, Phil Taylor has been the absolute master at dictating the pace of a match. I just think that, well, that was unfortunate. Just clipped the flight and took the momentum out of the dart. The right use of the word momentum there,
Leighton require 161.
But Leighton, he's not scarred like other players.
97. Phil, you require 122.
That's 64 that he's already taken out once, and Phil Taylor's left 122. The ball.
Game shot in the 11th leg.
Last time he missed the ball for the 1-2-2. He hit the ball for the 87, and then after the break he's hit the ball for the 1-2-2 as well.
Yeah.
60.
With Leighton Bennett waiting on 64. Savage darts from Phil Taylor.
Well, we're 11 legs in.
60.
We really have seen some quality. The finishing really has been top notch.
45.
Taylor's taken out a 1-2-1, a 70, an 87, a 1-2-2, and there's a 101 and a 1-2-4 from Boom Boom. Not bad after 11 legs. The actual correct name
100.
of this gaff, the Tower of London, is actually Her Majesty's Royal Palace and Fortress.
Is it really?
Yes.
60.
Well, Phil Taylor turned almost every darting venue in the world into his fortress, didn't he? Like
135.
But odds on to go 6-6 here.
I asked Phil the question once. Phil, what's your favourite venue? Well, I do like the Winter Gardens, but I kind of like them all.
41. Leighton require 161.
Well, 64 left again, not for the first time in this match.
Well, that tells you a few things. That tells you that he throws straight enough, and when he goes down for a cover, the 57. Otherwise, Phil may gain two-leg advantage again.
Well, he's hit this before last starting hand. This time he's missed as Taylor's fourth maximum of the match. Forces an error, leaves him a two-dart combination. 20 for double 20.
Game shot in the 12th leg.
From Phil Taylor there, because that leg seemed destined to be pocketed by Leighton Bennett. But Taylor off the maximum, and then the combination finish on 60 has gone too clear.
Well, you hear all sorts of kind of sayings and whatever you in darts. Oh, you got to score. You got to hit 180s to get down to the doubles. Oh, you've got to hit doubles. Yeah, you've got to do it all. That's how you win. Well, Phil Taylor is scoring well. He's finishing well. He's proving a pest to Leighton.
Phil Taylor isn't remotely interested in going back on the professional circuit. He's just not interested at all. No. He's got other interests, and he enjoys his exhibitions, and he enjoys relaxing a little.
140.
I think he'd be right.
Oh, wow. Michael Van Gerwen would be number one. It's really hard to assess Gary Anderson's form right now.
All right, here's another question.
I'd put him in top four.
140.
Wouldn't be many players would start favourite to beat him in a match, though, would there?
No.
96.
The grind of the tour. He just wants to enjoy showcasing his magnificent ability in the hockey, which he still is showing us this evening. Well, remember, Taylor now has made a real run of legs. 5-4 down.
100.
Now looking set
He'll
to
require
go
66.
8-5 up.
Yeah, they really have kind of reeled off legs on the bounce, these two.
50. Leighton require 105.
It's getting to that point where these are having to go. 45. Tops!
Game shot in the 13th leg.
The pace, the rhythm, look at that.
14th leg, Leighton to throw first. Game
Well,
on.
that's the third time in this match that the 13-year-old starlet has pulled a three-figure outshot out of the bag to win a leg when under huge pressure. 101 in leg 6, 124 in leg 7, and then we just saw it, the 105 in leg 13 after Phil Taylor missed one dart at double,
60.
but would have expected more often than not to be back for more. Remarkable finishing.
140.
There wouldn't be that many professional darts players on the circuit that would start favourite to beat Leighton Bennett either. Is there? Seriously now?
177.
Well, that was much needed. Just gives Phil not a breather, but it gives
100.
him just that little bit of time to regroup and think, right, okay, I'm not chasing for a second. Because after that 105 went in, Leighton put together a couple of big scores that had Phil running for cover, but the 177, much needed.
Well, a really good match, this.
140.
Fantastic.
Not just the quality, it's the way it's ebbed and flowed.
Leighton Bennett come into this game
97.
a reputation
Leighton require 81.
of being the next wonder kid. Well, bullseye.
51.
I think no matter what happens, no matter what the result,
Phil, you require
he's going to
109.
leave with even more credit and more people talking about him in sheer disbelief of his ability.
Treble 19 needed. Can't leave double 16
93.
from the treble he was aiming for.
Leighton
Now then,
require
or double
30.
15. Double 6.
Game
In he
shot
goes.
in the 14th
He's not phased
leg.
whatsoever
Leighton
by the inside double 15
15th
first
leg.
dart.
Phil
Bennett
to
levels
throw
the match.
first. Game on.
Actions. A lot of people in general in the world can be intimidated by someone as successful as Phil Taylor.
98.
It's facts, especially dart players, obviously.
Well, especially in this instance when Leighton was chatting earlier, wasn't he,
Yes.
saying that Phil Taylor was his hero in darts, and you know, here he is
55.
playing against him on a level playing field. There's no handicap start here. He's not going off 301 with Taylor's on 501, and he's putting it up to Phil Taylor, isn't he?
Yeah, and you get the feeling that the reactions
100.
are exactly what he wants to do. He's not being restrained. He's not being confined in any way. His mind is just letting him play with freedom. And you're not scarred. You're not battle weary. You're a dangerous animal. And at the age of 13,
100.
Leighton
Not really
Bennett
a
has it.
fully grown animal, is he? He's more like just like a cub. Just a cub.
He's a cub, yep.
But he's bearing his claws there.
100.
It's his second maximum of the match. Leaves a bogey.
Yeah, there is no doubt that Leighton Bennett still has things to learn, but that's frightening.
171.
Well, so was that from Phil Taylor. The 171. Leaving double 16
98.
to regain the
Phil required
lead.
32.
Close now to the finishing line. First to 10, remember. Goodness.
Well, we heard Phil there, didn't we? He gave it whoop.
Well, there'll be another whoop.
Game
but not
shot in
there.
the 15th leg. Phil Taylor,
Double four for
16th
Phil
leg,
Taylor to
Leighton
go
to
back
throw
in front
first.
in this
Game on.
seesaw struggle.
Well, that's twice in this
40.
match now that Leighton Bennett has had a dart below the treble, decided to stay there, and the second dart has not made its way through and fallen out. There's room for improvement there. Just a
60.
bit better ball management. He'll learn.
60.
Well, this is all getting a bit tight now. Can Phil Taylor just sense a bit of tightness around Leighton's shoulder and arm muscles?
60.
Well, there really hasn't been much in it. And it may well come down to the fact that
58.
Phil Taylor won the ball to throw first in a 19th leg decider, because it's an even contest.
Yeah. Well, this has been the worst leg by quite some way.
100.
Leighton has to hit a biggie. Otherwise, Phil could be thrown for the match in a
57.
minute or so. It's not hit a treble in this leg. Leighton Bennett, and nigh on every dart has been low.
And underlining Wayne's point, two more darts that are low. 3 darts at a low, and this
Phil
leg
required
now
141.
could be absolutely crucial, and Phil Taylor will know that. Break here, and as Wayne says, Taylor will be throwing for the match.
Phil's always been very, very knowledgeable
97.
about what's going on. He's always aware of, right, okay, this happens, that happens. I know the situation, been there before.
85. Phil, you
he
require
knows
44.
That this 44 will put daylight between he and Leighton. Ian off.
12 score.
Can you save it, Leighton?
require
Can you?
143.
Well, this will be a 4th roof raiser at the tower. but he can't
42.
find the magic.
Phil, you require 32.
Yes, he's a bit more relaxed now, Phil Taylor, isn't he? He wasn't laughing and joking a few legs ago, were you, Phil? That's a lovely dart there.
Phil Taylor.
Realises now he's got a vice-like grip on this match.
17th leg.
Breathing
Phil
space.
to throw first. Game on.
2 up with 3 to play here now, the power.
Yeah, just looking at Leighton Bennett in the background just a few seconds ago, he was kind of jumping around. He was just getting that little bit frustrated.
44.
Mind you, that was after the worst leg he'd played in the match, which he did have a bit of a stinker at precisely the wrong time.
Yeah.
Just having trouble finding a treble
60.
at the moment.
Naturally, those legs you want to avoid at all costs, but if you are going to have them, it'd be a lot better to have them on the Phil Taylor throw. At least,
Yeah, of course.
no real damage done, but
60.
as it was his own throw. It got broken, giving Phil Taylor the opportunity to throw for the match and wrap it up 10-7 if he can hold throw. But we've seen Leighton Bennett run off 4 consecutive legs once in this match. Can he run off 3 here?
Yeah, and like I said, he does have it in him to all of a sudden go a couple of 140s and get himself back in the leg. He needs one.
100.
Yeah, that's okay. Got himself in front in this leg. Really has become quite tense, hasn't it?
Yeah,
96.
for sure. And Phil Taylor relieved to see the last dart hit the treble 19 because he's conceded the throw in this leg to all intents and purposes. So Leighton Bennett first to a finish in the leg he needs to keep the match alive. Would have the darts in leg 18.
140. Leighton require 146.
Another. Oh, go on then. Double 16.
130.
Wow.
Phil, you require 106.
A little bit of respect there. But Phil knows 106 will do the job.
Oh, he stayed there. Double 13.
Game.
Oh, and it's there.
Shot.
Phil
And the
Taylor.
match, Phil
Wraps it up
Taylor.
with another magical 3-figure outshot. The turn before, Leighton Bennett missed double 16 for a brilliant skin-saving 146, and had he taken that out, we'd been back at 9-8, and Bennett would have had the darts in the 18th leg, and we could have gone all the way to a decider. That was a brilliant match, it really was. As exhilarating as it was billed at this magical location at the Tower of London. We saw Phil Taylor there wrap it up with a 106. He had 4 maximums in the match, averaging 96 in the end, 92 for Leighton Bennett. But it was some brilliant stuff. Phil Taylor, the highlights, a couple of bullseye finishes, an 87 and 122. And Leighton Bennett, well, he took out a host of 3-figure outshots, a 105, a 124 and 101, 2 maximums himself. Terrific entertainment at the Tower of London. Leighton Bennett goes down in the end to Phil Taylor by 10-7. And Wayne Mardle's talking to both players, Phil Taylor and Leighton Bennett.
Right, ladies and gents, for everyone here and everyone that watched it on the streaming live at SAP,
we hope you enjoyed it, 'cause we certainly did. I just want to have a word with the two protagonists. First off, Phil, tell me about that experience. What was that like for you?
First time I've ever sweated in a dart tournament, trust me. Just doesn't, I said to him, you don't give in, he just doesn't give in. Even when he left him, I think it was 146 or 140, whatever it was. And I was expecting, I turned around and I went, what's this? And I was expecting, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like you used to do. And he missed the 8-8, so thank God. Otherwise, I think he'd have got me.
Leighton, it's really early in your career. You're having a privileged time to actually be here, so are we. The whole day. Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, absolutely loved it. Playing Phil Taylor, you don't get to play him every day now, so playing here as well, London Tower, so dream come true.
You were 4-1 down, you got yourself in front. Were you thinking, I've got him, I've got him?
When I went 5-4, I thought, I've got a good chance now. I was happy to get one leg even, never mind 7. So, cheers, Phil.
Yeah, happy to get one leg, yeah. Now, Phil, you've played in some special arenas, but this place, the history of it, does it make it kind of just feel even more special than what today is? Because it's not a normal day of darts, is it? This?
No, never in a million years. For my family, Lisa especially, my mother was massive into the Tudor times, Henry VIII and all them kind of things, you know, and they know everything about everything. So for me to come down to here and play at the Tower of London, I honestly thought it was a wind-up. I thought they were going to I thought somebody's going to lock me in the Tower of London and have my head chopped off or something. So,
I wish they'd done 15 years ago.
But I thought, honestly, said to Bob, nah, this ain't true. There's no way are we going to play in the Tower of London. It's a dream come true for me. And at all the venues that I've ever played in, and Blackpool's my favourite, this is the most special venue I've ever played in, ever.
Wow. Amazing. The final word is going to go to you, Leighton. I'm just going to ask you one quick question. School tomorrow?
No. Of course not.
Of course not, he offered. Now, look, ladies and gents, we hope you've had a great time watching that. Leighton Bennett, and the winner for this evening, Phil the Power Taylor. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Now, I just want to bring in someone else. What we do at SAP, we want to know the actual experience that everyone is having. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to word with Mike Taylor, who's an audience member, but basically just to get the fans' perspective and the experience that it was for the fans. So can we bring in Mike? Hey there, Mike. How are you, mate? Right, Mike. Life at SAP, you're live. Right, how did you enjoy that, mate?
I thought it was so entertaining. Leighton, he's a special player. And to come here tonight and get to watch it, it was amazing. Phil now obviously retired. And it's brilliant, absolute brilliant. That experience of Leighton and obviously playing Phil, I think it's good for him, and we're going to help him with the development from now on.
Have you ever been to any darts events before?
No, not too many. I have to admit, I did play once, and I played my hero, and I managed to win that. So that was Phil.
Who was that, and when was that?
It was at Alexandra Palace in the final. So.
Hold on, what's happening? What's happening here? Oh, stop that. Ladies and gents, the 2018 World Champion, Rob Cross.
Amazing.
Look, we hope you've had a great time watching this production at home. We certainly have. And hopefully there'll be another Power at the Tower. Thanks for joining us.